Very good evening, student. We are going to start the new chapter today, and which is the force and friction. First, we have to discuss what is the force, and then we will discuss the chapter in detail. So first, we have to go through what is the force basically. So what do you mean by the force and its causes? What is force? It is nothing but the pull or push of an object. Okay, it is nothing but the push or pull that can be
Yes, sir.
changed, the position or speed of moving object, or we can start the motion of the stationary object. Okay, that
That can change the
yes,
velocity of an object.
yes, that is nothing but that pull or push is called as the force. Okay, yeah. So in physics, a force is any influence that can like that when unsuppose will change the motion of an object. It may increase or it may decrease the motion of an object is called as the force. Okay, everyone.
Yes, sir.
Yes. A force can causes an object with the mass to change its velocity. That means if we will apply the force on an object, we can change the velocity. We may increase or we may decrease the velocity of an object. Okay, which include to begin moving from state or the rest. Means if suppose any object in rest, so we can apply the force and we can cause the motion of that rest object. Or if any object is moving, if we will apply the force in opposite direction, we can stop the motion of an object. Okay, that means we can accelerate the object by applying force. Okay, we can accelerate the
Yes, sir.
object by applying force. Okay, okay, so that is
Yes, sir.
nothing but the push or pull. Okay, that is nothing but the push or the pull of an object. Okay, now we have to discuss what are the causes of the force. So first cause of the force is a push or a pull can change the speed of the moving object. This is the first cause of the force. This is the first cause of force. Okay,
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
If the force is applied in direction of the motion of an object, suppose this is the bicycle rider and he is riding the bicycle in this direction. Okay, and suppose its initial velocity is 10 kilometer per hour. I'm just taking example. Okay, and suppose if any force is applied to that object in the same direction of the motion, then its velocity will increase. Okay, its velocity will going to increase. Is it?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So it causes this increase in speed of that object. If the force is applied in direction opposite to the direction of motion, suppose if you are going to apply the force from this direction, okay, means you are applying the force opposite direction of the motion of an object, then its velocity is going to decrease or its speed is going to decrease. Is it? That means if you are applying the force in the direction of motion, then your force is going to add in order to increase the speed or velocity of an object. But if you are going to apply the force from opposite side or yes, opposite side, that means opposite direction of the motion of an object, so that the velocity of that object will decrease. Okay, that means the force can change the speed. It may increase or it may decrease the velocity of an object. Understood that concept? The first.
Yes, sir. Sir, velocity means the distance and the magnitude of an object, right?
See, velocity is nothing but it is the vector quantity. It is the total distance traveled divided by time in a particular direction. Okay, but the total distance traveled divided by total time taken is equals to the speed. So speed have no direction, but velocity have the direction. Velocity and speed are nothing but the same, but only the difference is velocity is the vector quantity. That means it have the magnitude as well as direction, and speed only have the magnitude, not the direction. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So everyone take a screenshot for that, and this is the first slide. Huh? And you have to make notes on your notebook also for that. Take a screenshot, everyone.
Taken, sir.
Okay. So now we are going to discuss the next slide, means the next cause of the force. Okay. What it says? It says the force can
Force
change the
can
direction
change the
of
direction
moving
of the-
object. Yes. You must be watching the cricket match. Is it? And IPLs are going on nowadays.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes.
sir.
So suppose a bowler is throwing the ball toward the batsman. Suppose the direction of motion of the ball is in this direction. Suppose, okay, this is the ball. And the batsman going to hit that ball, okay, and that ball will move in another direction. That means that ball was in motion, and by hitting that ball with the help of bat by batsman, it can change the direction of motion of that object. Is it? So it is due to the force applied by the batsman. Yes. So let's discuss.
Even in our textbook, this example is also there, sir. This example is only there in our
Okay, okay.
textbook.
Yes. Force can change the direction
And
of
even this
moving
is
object.
also the example, right? Even this is the example, right? In football, when we kick a ball to some
Yes,
other person and
yes,
he will kick
yes,
the goal.
yes, yes, yes. Okay. Again, we have to discuss in detail. A change in either the speed or the moving body or its direction, or both, refer to as a change in its state of the motion. If suppose if direction changes, velocity changes, is nothing but the change in magnitude of the velocity. Thus, the force can change the direction of the motion also. Like in previous example, we have like previous cause of the motion, we have gone through that the force can cause the change in motion of an object. Likewise, by applying force, we can change the direction of the motion also. Okay, this is because the batsman applies the force on the ball and changes the direction of the ball. Is nothing but the example for the change in direction of the moving object by applying the force, and this is the second cause of motion. Okay, we have many examples.
Sir,
Yes,
do we have the sums also?
in this chapter we'll see if at the end of the chapter if we'll have, then we'll solve for work done, for force. Okay, we'll go through that if will come then. Okay, so again I want everyone to take a screenshot, and this is the second slide.
Yes, sir, taken.
Okay, everyone done, beta?
Yes, sir, done.
Okay. Now the third one, and it is again a very important. Okay, the third cause of force is force can change the shape of an object. Okay, force can change the shape of an object. When a force acts on an object, the object may change its shape by bending, okay, stretching, or compressing. Okay, that means you can see in different diagram we have here. This is the rubber band. If you will stretch, it increases in size. This is the sponge. If you will press, it will compress. Okay, this is the spring. If we will squeeze, its size will reduce. Okay, and
Yes, sir.
yes, and their shape becomes like this. Okay, means once you will like remove that applied force, then they will like acquire
Come
their
back to
original
normal.
shape. Yes,
Yes.
but the tin can, which is not going to reshape automatically because it is not elastic one.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. That means
Yes.
force can change the shape of a body permanently or temporarily also?
Yes, temporarily also as well as permanently also. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so take a screenshot for that. This is the third slide. Abhinav.
Taken, sir.
Abhinav,
Yes, sir.
you're taking the screenshot now, and you are not
Yes, sir.
replying. What's wrong with you? You are eating something during the class?
No, sir.
Okay. Sorry. Now, next. Magnitude of the force and direction. So we have already completed what are the causes of the force. Okay. Now we have to understand the magnitude of force and the direction. Ready for that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that we have already gone through, but in like small part, now we have to discuss it in detail. Okay. So when the measurement of the strength and amount of the force is called as the magnitude of the force. The measurement of the strength and amount of force is nothing but magnitude of the force. Understood? What is magnitude of force? It is nothing but the measurement of force and its
Measurement of
strength.
force.
Yes, and its amount of force is nothing but the magnitude of force. Two or more forces on the same object can applied in the same direction or from the opposite direction also. Okay. So first we have to discuss when force is applied from both the side, from the same side. Suppose here we have the two person, okay, and both are applied force on that particular object, okay, in the same direction, then their force is going to add. Suppose that first person is going to apply the force of 10 Newton. Okay, suppose he is applying the force of 10 Newton and other one also applied the force of 10 Newton. So total force applied by them will be 10 plus 10 means 20.
20 Newton.
Yes. And their force is getting add when they are applying force in the same direction. Okay. If suppose they are applying force from the different direction, then their force is going to cancel each other. Okay. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So when two or more forces are applied over an object in the same direction, okay, when two or more, okay, in the same direction, the net force is the addition of the magnitude of both the force. That means whatever the magnitude of both the force, they are going to add. Okay. So total net force will be the sum of their applied force. Example. When two person pushes the box in the same direction with the magnitude of force of each 2 Newton, suppose here taking 2 Newton, then the resultant force will be 2 Newton plus 2 Newton equals to 4 Newton. Understood?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So take a screenshot for that. This is the fourth slide.
Yes.
Done, beta?
Taken, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now the next slide means the next part. What is the next part? If the force is applied, like two forces are applied from the opposite direction, then their force is going to subtract.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, from higher force minus lower force like this. Okay. So when two forces are applied over an object in the opposite direction, from the opposite direction, then the total effective force or net force is the difference of the magnitude of both the forces. Now I'm just changing little concept here. Suppose that person is applying the force of 10 Newton and that person is applying the force of 15 Newton. Okay. So the resultant force working on an object will be
5 Newton.
15.
5 Newton.
Yes, yes. It is 15 minus 10 Newton. So will be 5 Newton.
5 Newton.
Yes. Okay. So example, when two persons pushes the box in the opposite direction with the magnitude of forces of each is 2 Newton. So the resultant force will be 0. Okay. Or
Yes.
second example, if one person is applying force of 6 unit from one direction and other person is applying force from other direction of 8 unit, then from opposite direction, then the resultant force will be 10 Newton minus 6 Newton equals to 2 Newton.
4
So the
Newton.
result, yeah, no, 2 Newton meter, 2. 6 minus, no, 8 minus 6 will be 2.
You told 10, sir.
No, 8 beta, 8 unit.
Okay, sir. Yes,
Yeah.
2.
So will be 2. Okay. In the direction of higher magnitude force, in this case, force will be act in the direction of the higher magnitude force only. Means the person having like applying higher force, so the motion will cause in that direction only. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So this is all about the magnitude of force. Any doubt beta here?
Sir, how can we... No, sir. But, sir, how can we measure force?
Okay, we'll go through the formula for that also. We will have go through the derivation for that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So take a screenshot and this is our 5th slide.
Yes, 1 minute. Yes, sir. Take it.
Okay. So now we have to discuss about the types of forces. Okay. So what are the main types of forces? Yes. So we have main 2 types of forces beta. One is called contact force and other is called non-contact force. What is contact force? The force or for contact force, interaction between object is necessary. That means the two force or two object have to be in contact with each other. Then the contact force will work there. Okay.
Yes.
So what is contact force? It is the force acting between two objects when they are in contact. Yes. The force which is act between two objects when they are in contact with each other. Then the force is called as beta contact force. Okay. So here we have the definition. We have to go through that. The force that comes into action after the interaction between objects is called as the contact force. Okay. And contact force works on the point of contact only. Okay. Means suppose here we have one object and other object here we have. So they are in contact with that particular part. So their force will work here only. Here only. Okay. Where? On the point of the contact. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Example, pushing a car, hitting a ball, kicking the ball, etc. Okay. So these are nothing but the force applied by one object to other by the contact. Okay. Now we have like types. So here we have the first muscular force. We have first type which is called as the muscular force. First is the muscular force. Second we have the friction force. Okay. So muscular force, friction force are the types of the contact force. So muscular force and friction force are the example, or we can say the types of contact force. So first we will discuss about the muscular force here. The force is due to the action of muscles is called as beta muscular force. Okay. Suppose you are working. Okay. You are walking, means you are applying the force, and this force is applied by the muscles only. This is nothing but the muscular force. Is it? Everyone do reply.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So we can say that the force resulting because of the action of muscles is called as the muscular force. Means suppose if you are pushing the car, Means you are applying your muscular force on the car in order to move or the stop the car. Okay, so muscular force is applied when after interaction with the object, and we are able to apply that muscular force when we are in contact with our muscles or our hand to that particular object. Okay, that means we have to be in contact with that object. Then the muscular force is going to apply. Is it or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Example, like when we push the object, okay, or like school bag, or lift the bucket of water, or like we use, for all this we use our muscular force. Animal also uses muscular force to carry out their daily task. Okay, so these are nothing but beta, like in farm, farmers are using the bull and oxen in order to work in their crop field. So the animal also, they are applying muscular force in order to perform different tasks in agricultural field. Is it?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So this is all about the contact force. Again, take a screenshot, and this is the 6th slide. Done, everyone?
Taken, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now we are going to discuss about the muscular force in detail. Okay. So muscular force is nothing but a kind of friction force, is opposing the force that can create between two surface. Okay, means it is a kind of friction force because it works between two objects when they are in contact with each other. Is it? Yes. Or they try to move
Sir,
in
can
a,
you explain this again? Muscular force?
see, muscular force is nothing but the contact force. Means if you want to apply the muscular force, you have to be in contact with an object. You may increase or you may decrease the motion of an object by applying the muscular force. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, wait a second, beta. It is not a muscular, it is a friction force. It is a friction force. Huh? So, frictional force is the opposing force that create between two surfaces. Suppose you are riding the bicycle. Suppose you are
Sir,
riding.
your voice is breaking.
Voice is breaking still?
Sir, your voice is breaking, sir.
Wait a second.
Yes, sir. Sometimes it's coming too slow.